evening. Today is Tuesday, March the 11th, 2014, and we're live here from Burton Coliseum in Lake Charles, Louisiana for tonight's Class 5A boys basketball state semifinal between the Scotlandville Hornets, the top seed in Class 5A, and the fourth seeded St. Augustine Purple Knights out of New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Eric Hatfield, and I'm joined by Coach Perry Daniels this evening.
Yeah, Eric, I'm excited about tonight's game. The St. Aug Purple Knights against the Scotlandville Hornets. Both teams are on court. They are warming up. The Purple Knights are wearing their purple and gold warm-up suits. The tops with no bottoms, with their game shorts on, just like the Scotlandville Hornets are wearing their white shooter shirts with the big S logo on the front, and their white shooter shorts trimmed in gold and black. This should be an outstanding game. These two teams split their two matchups this year, and this is the rubber match, Eric, and it's to see who goes to the big dance. So this is going to be really exciting, and I'm glad we're here sitting courtside to cover it, partner.
The Scotlandville Hornets come into tonight's game with a record of 32-1. That one loss would be at the hands of these very same St. Augustine Purple Knights earlier this season. So I'm confident that Coach Carlos Sample and his staff have payback on the mind, only the stakes are going to be much, much greater than they were earlier in this basketball season. St. Aug is warming up on our right. Scotlandville is warming up on our left. Should be an exciting matchup. We're about 2 minutes and 28 seconds away from tip-off according to the official clock.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some ceremonial things once that clock gets to zero. So we're about probably 8 to 10 minutes away from tip-off, I'm going to assume.
Probably.
I tell you what, though, I see both of these teams have come out and done defensive drills. That is awesome to see at the high school level. You don't see a lot of teams do that. And it's just good to see that the two teams playing to get to the championship both came out doing that.
Right, exactly. So this should be a very, I guess I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's not very often I have a high school and have the anticipation of a high school basketball game on my mind the entire day, but I've been looking forward to this all afternoon.
Right, Eric. Both of these two programs are very rich in tradition.
They sure are.
And the St. Aug Purple Knights have a real rich tradition, and lately the Scotlandville Hornets, since Carlos Sample has arrived, this is their fifth Final Four for Class 5A in a row. So they're growing accustomed to being here, Eric.
Fifth Final Four, and they are playing to get into their fifth consecutive state championship game. The Scotlandville Hornets are the two-time defending 5A champions, and they are looking to make it a three-peat. We're about a minute away from tip-off. You can hear the anticipation. And, of course, the Purple Knights faithful made a pretty nice trip here from New Orleans in the middle of the week. I'm going to guesstimate we'll probably have about maybe 500, 600 people here, which is a pretty long trek. You're looking at 3 hours from New Orleans, 3.5 hours from New Orleans, 2 hours from Baton Rouge on a weekday. That's a pretty healthy traveling caravan.
Right. So, you know what's really impressive about the St. Aug? Not just this basketball team, but their school as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
They had the #1 recruit in high school football in the nation, who signed with our beloved LSU Tigers.
Right.
And now, here they are playing for the state championship in basketball.
Yeah, they won't have to worry about any change in Leonard Fournette won't have to worry about any change in colors.
He doesn't. Very good point there, Eric.
So the goal to our right, the one that St. Aug will be shooting into in the first half, they're lowering it. Looks like they're tightening up the rim from where I'm sitting. There's the horn. And I'm going to turn it over to the PA announcer.
State 4, top 28, presented by Tech Davis Bank. This is the Class 5 semifinal matchup featuring the visiting team, St. Augustine Purple Knights. And the home team, Scotlandville Hornets. Now starters for the St. Augustine Purple Knights. Number 3, Mason Peters. McDonald. Number 10, Bryce Beecham. Number 14, Junior Stibbs. Number 21, Caleb Daniels. Number 23, Nelson Burton. Number 24, Tracy Nash. Number 30, Marlon Watts. And number 35, Patrick Smith. And now for the non-starters for your Scotlandville Hornets. Number 1, Vincent Sanders. Number 2, Joshua Roberts. Number 5, Lamar Williams. Number 10, Monquel Harkins. Number 12, Braylon Fisher. Number 15, Levi Lewis. And now for your starters, for your St. Augustine Purple Knights. Number 4, Aaron Brashear. 12, he's a senior, he's 5'9". Number 5, senior, 5'9". Number 15, senior, 6'3", Markel Daniels. Number 25, senior, 5'11", Blake Jones. Number 31, junior, 6'5", Charles Brent. Number 32, senior, 6'6", Mike Williams, Washington. And now, please, and your coaches, head coach, Mitchell Johnson, assistant coach, Steve Kelly, Clayton Williams, and Clarence Smith. Now, from the starting lineup for your Scotlandville Hornets. Number 3, senior, 5'10", Hendrick Foster. Number 20, junior, 6'1", LaMarcus Speed. Number 22, 6'1", sophomore, Jordan Amadou. Number 23, senior, 5'10", Ezekiel Brown. Number 24, 6'3", sophomore, Jarrett Green. And head coach, Carlos Sample. Assistant coaches, Jeremy Nolan, Joshua Washington, and Melissa Washington. And officials tonight are from the Lake Charles Association. Winston Andrews, Brian Ugas, Aaron Stevens, and Tim Joseph.
All right, it's showtime. The kids are at center court, and we're ready to tip it off and get it rocking and rolling here in Lake Charles. The Scotlandville Hornets are wearing all white, as Perry said earlier, and the St. Aug Purple Knights are wearing all purple and gold. All purple and gold trim, rather. And it's time to rock and roll, baby. At center court, tipping off for the Scotlandville Hornets, number 24, Garrett Green, number 31 for St. Aug, Charles Brown. And here we go.
Man, Garrett Green just looks so young to me as I look at him out there. He's just a sophomore.
He's a sophomore, yeah, and it shows. I mean, he doesn't even have the peach fuzz on his face or anything like that. But I'll tell you what, he's the tallest and longest kid out there.
Right,
so.
He's the tallest kid on the team at 6'3". It's amazing what Coach Sample and these Scotlandville Hornets have done this season with only one loss and getting to this point.
Well, not only that, but you have to consider how Coach Sample must have had to adjust his coaching style when you had, 6'9" Jared Sam and Brian Bridgewater, 6'8", and I'm probably leaving out another big guy, but they had some very tall and long players, and they had to shorten it. They're literally playing small ball this year, but it has still gotten them to 32-1 and got them here at the top 28.
Ezekiel Brown takes a shot that's deflected by number 4 for St. Aug.
It's Aaron Brinier. Brown, down low. Oh, nice backdoor pass, but it's lost. It was lost by LaMarcus Lee, and St. Aug will take possession. That's a turnover. With the basketball is Marcel Daniels. 1-2 step, kicks it over to Charles Brown, and it's good. Oh, Charlie Brown. I don't know if they call him that or not, but he has the first points as the Purple Knights pull out their swords and draw first blood.
The Purple Knights are playing a man-to-man defense against Scotlandville.
From downtown, Ezekiel Brown is good, and Scotlandville, just like that, has taken the lead, 3-2.
And Scotlandville has a full-court press with a trap, and they. St. Aug breaks the press.
Bringier from the right elbow, no good. Rebound, Ezekiel Brown. Brown across the timeline. 6:38 to go in the opening period. Passes. There's the ball fake by Adabutu. Yep. Was that 24 who hit it, or was that Adabutu?
24.
Okay, that was big toe Garrett Green. All right. Pass down low. Brown kicks it out from downtown. Aaron Bringier, no good. And it's rebounded by Adabutu. Jordan Adabutu with the rebound passes to Brown. Back to Adabutu. Steps up in the lane. Now he's forced out and has to kick it out high to LaMarcus Lee. Brown with the basketball now. Swings it over from downtown. LaMarcus Lee from downtown. Sorry, Jordan Adabutu from downtown.
He hits a three.
Oh, Scotlandville is piling it up quickly. It's now 8-2. We have a whistle.
St. Aug had to call timeout. They could not get the ball in due to the Scotlandville pressure, and they called timeout. That'll leave them with 4. Great job by the Scotlandville Hornets with the full court pressure and not allowing the St. Augustine Purple Knights to get the ball in.
So St. Aug drew first blood, but they've also spilled last blood as Scotlandville has scored 8 unanswered points here in the first quarter. They're leading St. Aug 8-2.
Okay, so the coach for Scotlandville was getting on his big guy here, Eric, number 31. That's Charles Brown.
So the coach for St. Aug, you mean?
Yeah, the coach for St. Aug, my bad. He did not break towards the ball, so the coach got on him. Now they seem to get the ball in with ease. Number 25 is bringing it up the court, Blake Jones.
Over to Bringier. Bringier looking, he kicks it back out to 32, Bryce Washington. Isn't it hard to see that St. Aug number 32 without thinking about Magic Johnson when you see it?
Yes,
he's kind of a big kid, 6'6".
Turnover by Behringer. And it'll be Scotlandville ball.
5:27 to go in the opening period. Here come the Hornets. Ezekiel Brown bringing it up to half court. He's being guarded by Aaron Bringier.
There was a travel on Bringier.
Adabutu kicks it out to Brown. Brown steps up and steps back. He had a pick, but he declined away from the pick. Now he's going to go baseline. Brown off the glass and good. Beautiful move by Ezekiel Brown, squeezing in those few inches of space he had from Aaron Bringier under the bucket.
And once again, the full court pressure is giving St. Aug problems.
They're having trouble getting it out of the backcourt almost every time. And no problem there. Charlie Brown, up and good. I got to stop saying that. It's Charles Brown. Shot is up and good.
It's one thing about that full court pressure, Eric. If you beat it, it leads to easy baskets.
Right.
And that's what we saw with St. Aug right there.
Yeah, I don't think the Purple Knights saw it coming. I can only imagine not too many teams try to employ a full court press early in the game. And meanwhile, Ezekiel Brown gets slapped by Bryce Washington, but or not. That's a foul.
It's going to be a foul. Ezekiel Brown's going to go to the line to shoot too. Washington got up kind of high, though, man. That was a pretty good block.
Honestly, I thought it was all ball.
I didn't see the foul either. I didn't. So that's good, though, for the Scotlandville faithful. And Ezekiel Brown makes the first free throw.
Got a very fortuitous shooter's roll. And Marlon Watts, number 30, checking in for St. Aug. Senior, 6'3", into the game. Brown, good. 12-4. Scotlandville is piling it on awfully early. And once again, they cannot handle this full court defense. This isn't even a trap. This is just man-to-man. Full court. Number 25, Blake Jones looking. He swings it out now to Washington. Washington in the corner for Watts, and we have a whistle.
That's on Ezekiel Brown.
So that's a push on on Brown.
That'll be his first.
That's his first personal foul. 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the opening period. Scotlandville Hornets 12, St. Aug Purple Knights 4. Spin move by Jones. Looks, he finds Washington. Washington all the way in the corner. Ball fake by Watts. Back to Jones, to Washington. Washington spins, steps in the lane, kicks it out, backdoor penetration by Watts, and that shot is good. St. Aug 6, Scotlandville 4. That was Marlon Watts on the assist from big number 32, Bryce Washington.
Scotlandville's in their motion offense, passing the ball around the perimeter.
Adebutu up, stolen by Watts. Watts steps up, levitates from the elbow, no good. Rebound, Adebutu. And I think they're going to call a foul because the possession arrow is with St. Aug, and I don't. Yep. And that is the call against Blake Jones.
Okay, so St. Aug here is trying to take Ezekiel Brown out of the game. They have Marlon Watts covering Ezekiel Brown all over the court, where the rest of the Purple Knights are dropping back into the half-court set.
And clearly, I'm just guessing, Watts must be a spark plug kind of player because he came in, he has a lot of energy. You can see that, and he has not stopped moving defensively. Meanwhile, number 24, Garrett Green, puts one up, no good. Rebound, Purple Knights. Here come the Knights. And Blake Jones really struggling to bring the ball up the court today. And he's got LaMarcus Lee all on like white on rice, and there's a whistle. And it looks like LaMarcus Lee was a little too aggressive, and they're going to call that on Lee, and that is his first personal foul. Ezekiel Brown has 7 points already in the game.
Hey, man, Ezekiel Brown, in my humble opinion, is the MVP of 5A.
That's a bold statement, but I'll tell you what. I mean, we've seen his name in the papers every week, so I could roll with that.
You know, hey man, he has the best. His team has the best record in the classification.
True.
He's not a very tall guy.
No, he's not.
He's doing all that from the point guard position. And anytime that team is in trouble, they give the ball to him, and he gets the job done.
And you know, unlike higher levels, high school basketball need not be a guard-driven game. But, you know, you can dominate with size, even at the 5A level. Washington kicks it over to Watts. I think we see what Watts is there for. He is their sixth man. Their dedicated sixth man. It's now 12-8. Watts on the assist from Washington. Kicks it out, Foster. Is that three? It is three from downtown. Henrik Foster. And, I'll tell you, Foster got a little too aggressive there. Picks up his first personal as he kind of mobs Blake Jones.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's a cheap foul that you don't want.
Yeah, it's silly. That's his third team foul now. They get,
right.
You don't want to send them to the line earlier than they have to be going there. You know.
Exactly right, Eric. Exactly right. You still have the entire second quarter,
right.
So you've reached your ideal max of fouls for the first quarter right then.
And strategically, they didn't really gain a whole heck of a lot.
No.
I'll tell you, St. Aug really looks like they're struggling with ball movement, though.
Well, that's because this defense of the Scotlandville Hornets is oppressive.
Stolen. Adebutu with the basketball, coming down court, kicks it out, and that's a hard foul. Garrett Green got karate chopped on the way up. There were a host of Purple Knights. We'll see who they call the foul against. 1-5. That's against number 15, Marcel Daniels.
I think that's his second here. Oh, it's first.
Yeah, that's his first. Green's first shot is good. And here we go for the second shot.
Just a further drive home my point, Eric. Oh, he misses. Good. Ezekiel Brown is averaging 16.2 points a game for the Scotlandville Hornets.
That's sky high from the one position.
Right.
LaMarcus Lee gets the rebound, kicks it out to Brown. Here comes Ezekiel Brown. They're picking up the pace, and he almost lost it. Watts almost ripped it away, but good job recovering. Kicks it out to LaMarcus Lee. There are 1:29 remaining in the period. 1:29. Ezekiel Brown with the basketball. And they're going to slow the tempo down just a little bit. And stolen. There's Washington with a 1-2 step in the lane. Oh, get that out of here. Garrett Green went all the way up to the bucket to reject Bryce Washington. St. Aug puts up another one. No good. Slapped away. Rebound Ezekiel Brown, and he's fouled on the way down. Let's see what the call is.
I tell you what, Green may be young, but he doesn't play like a young player.
To borrow a terrible line from, I think it's Jalen Rose. He may be young, but he's ready.
He is ready for the big time, man. That was a monster slap away when Bryce Washington was going in for the dunk. And Garrett Green stuck his hand up there and swatted the ball away.
Adebutu with the basketball. Ezekiel Brown penetrates, spins, kicks it out to Adebutu from downtown. Way short. And the rebound is going to go to Marcel Daniels. Crosses the timeline. Steps, he has a wide open lane. He goes through and he gets drugged down. Oh my goodness, they called a charge.
Garrett Green was standing right there. They called a block on Green.
Okay, I thought they were calling. Okay, it's the Scotlandville fans are booing. I'm like, there's no way that was a charge. He hooked him.
I didn't realize there were that many Scotlandville fans here either.
Boy, they made the trip.
They made the trip, Eric.
So that's going to send Marcel Daniels to the line. He makes his first shot and it cuts the lead down to 7 points, 16 to 9. 38.3 seconds remaining in the opening period. Second shot is good at 16-10. Ezekiel Brown crosses the timeline.
He's being guarded now by number 3, Dejon Peters for St. Aug.
Looks like a very loose 2-3 zone almost. I mean, I know it's man-to-man sort of, but I don't see a lot of over pursuit by the Purple Knights. They're playing for that last shot. 13 seconds to go in the period.
Hornets ball. They're playing for the last shot.
5 seconds. Brown in the lane, goes up. No good. Rebound by Washington. Puts up a prayer. It won't even be close. That's the end of the first period with the score. The Scotlandville Hornets, 16. The St. Aug Purple Knights, 10. You're listening to the Class 5A semifinals on Louisiana All-American Sports.com. While we have a moment, we'd like to take a moment to thank the sponsors who made this broadcast and this Top 28 March Madness Tournament possible. Thanks to the LHSAA, thanks to State Farm Insurance and its Louisiana agents for sponsoring all LHSAA state championship events, trophies, and awards. Special thanks to JD Bank, presenting sponsor of the Top 28. Thank you to JC Bodale Energy Services, official tip-off sponsor for the 2014 Top 28. Thank you to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a major sponsor of all LHSAA state championship events and sponsor of the Louisiana High School All-Star Games. Biden Sports Incorporated, official ball provider of the LHSAA. Talking T-shirts, the official merchandise of the LHSAA. Blue Cross Blue Shield in Louisiana. The card accepted by more top doctors. The LHSAA thanks Lake Charles Memorial Sports Medicine, partner of the official healthcare network of the LHSAA, for providing trainers for this year's Top 28. Supposed to read it twice? It was twice last time. Oh, no. Ball's inbounded and we're up for the start of the second quarter. Crossover, there's the pass in the corner. Down low is Washington. Kicks it out from downtown. Marcel Daniels from downtown. That's 16-13. St. Aug scoring first in the second quarter, much like they did in the first. Jordan Adebutu with the basketball. He finds LaMarcus Lee. Being guarded one-on-one. St. Aug staying in a man-to-man defense. Kicks it out to Adebutu and stolen. Picked up, nice move. Watts kicks it out to Marcel Daniels, and that is good. Daniels on the assistant steal from Marlon Watts.
Great pass by Marlon Watts to give up the ball and get it to Daniels with enough time for Daniels to do something with it. These Purple Knights get into the passing lane really well.
They sure do, and they have great vision into that lane.
Yes.
I mean, I watched one penetration. I want to say it was from Watts. He spotted it just past half court, the open gap, and shot right into it. Meanwhile, speaking of shooting, from downtown is Garrett Green, rebounded by Lee. Ezekiel Brown with the ball, as Scotlandville holds a 1-point lead at the moment. Brown kicks it out to Adebutu in the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound by by Foster. And we have a foul, and that's going to send Garrett Green to the line.
Yeah, great job by Peters. By Foster finding Garrett Green in the middle of the lane. He was wide open. The St. Aug players recovered.
Garrett Green
gave a nice ball fake, got the St. Aug defender off his feet, and drew the foul. Great job by Green. Again, that's a very mature play for a sophomore, Eric.
Green's first shot rattles out.
And he makes the second.
Second one is good, so that will increase Scotlandville's lead to 2 points, 17-15.
And here's the full court pressure by Scotlandville.
And stolen. DeMarcus Lee, unassisted and good.
And the Hornets do a great job of getting in passing lanes themselves.
No kidding.
Great steal by the Scotlandville Hornets and the easy layup.
That was great vision by them.
Yes, by LaMarcus Lee. Dijon Peters hits a three to make it a 1-point game. Scotlandville up 19-18. They pass the ball around the perimeter. Scotlandville, Ezekiel Brown has the ball. Kicks it to the left wing to Lee. Lee gets into the lane, drives, shoots. There's a foul, shot no good. And Lee will go to the line to shoot two. Fouls on number 25? 15.
That's on Marcel Daniels.
And that's Marcel Daniels' second foul. He'll have to go to the bench for the remainder of the half, possibly for the St. Aug Purple Knights.
5 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the first half.
That may be big, Eric, because he was leading all St. Aug scores with 7 points.
And he was getting to the basket, too.
Right.
He was getting really good penetration.
Lee makes the second.
So we'll see where this takes him. Second shot is good by LaMarcus Lee. And stolen. Hendrick Foster with a hope. Nope. Good job by Bryce Washington retaining possession for the Purple Knights. And then Jordan Adebutu got a little too aggressive there and hit Dijon Peters, fouled Dijon Peters. And that is the 15th foul by the Hornets.
The Hornets had the ball. They were on the floor. They had to dive on the floor to get the ball, and the St. Aug player dove on the floor and just took it from.
Bryce Washington, man, that's a hefty move for a big guy. So number 32 over there.
Yeah, he just took it from the Scotlandville Hornet
I thought it was gone. I thought Foster was about to go to the house with it. And Dijon Peters barely hangs on. Boy, that would have been a nasty shot. He put up a flailing prayer, and rebound ultimately is going to go to Jordan Adebutu of the Hornets. It's stolen. Boy, oh boy. Marlon Watts with a man's move, but he couldn't finish. And then Dijon Peters tried to recover, and he loses control. Scotlandville's ball.
Yeah, Eric Jones. Watts tried a reverse layup and left it short, hit the bottom of the rim.
Yeah, it looked like he had it. It looked like he had the vision, just didn't follow through with his move.
Okay, so here comes St. Aug extending their defense to give the Hornets what they have been getting, a full court type press.
Right. Now, I always say, imitation is not necessarily the best strategy. We'll see. Well, okay, they're not full court.
No, the substitution made them change their defense.
Gotcha. And it's
back court.
Yeah, LaMarcus Lee tried to take a pass from Hamrick Foster. It goes off of Lee's fingertips. He's not happy. You can look at Lee's face.
Right.
And he kind of has that "what are you doing" look. And Foster trying to defend himself, and there's Ezekiel Brown calming down the troops. Mistakes happen. You can't get bent out of shape, especially when you're winning in a game like this. Meanwhile, jump step over to Charles Brown, up and good. Charles Brown, the assist from Jones, Blake Jones. And it is 20-21. It's a 1-point game. And
ball went inside the green. He couldn't do anything with it. He had to pass it back out.
Ezekiel, go ahead.
Ezekiel Brown now has it.
Brown Steps up into the lane, kicks it out. LaMarcus Lee from about 13 feet. No good, but he's fouled on the way up by number 4, Aaron Brinier. And that is going to send... you can tell that guy's not from New Orleans. The announcer called him Brinier.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I called him the first time, but it wasn't the proper enunciation.
It's a tricky one.
Yes, it is.
It is a tricky one. Like I said, anybody not from that Crescent City area or from France is going to have a hard time with it.
Right. Enunciate it for me here.
Brinier. The bring EA. The ER is like an EA instead of an ear or a very Americanized version. You probably have a stronger G like a bringer.
Yeah.
Bringier, but it's Brinier. Unless it's some odd pronunciation I never heard of before. It should be Brinier.
No. Well, for the rest of the game, I'm going to refer to him as number 4, and you'll announce his name.
I'll take the heat for that one. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jones swings it from downtown. No good. That was by Peters. The rebound's going to go to LaMarcus Lee. Ezekiel Brown with the rock. Brown steps up, kicks it out to Foster. Foster over to Lee, goes up, no good. Rebound by Green, tried to put up a prayer, no good. Rebounded by Bryce Washington. He's going to kick it out to number 25, Blake Jones, with 3:15 remaining in the first half. Scotlandville 22, St. Aug 20. And no, not even close. Looks like Washington was either missed or was distracted or deflected by Garrett Green. Ezekiel Brown with the basketball. 3 minutes to go in the period. Brown. They're going to rotate the ball. Hendrick Foster.
Yeah, he traveled. I thought he had gotten away with it.
He kind of hopped on his pivot foot, then took another step. And that's not going to work, folks.
Not at this level.
You're not fooling anybody.
No.
They're zebras, not bats. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the half. 22-20, Scotlandville on top. Going across the half court is Aaron Brinier. Brinier over to Jones. Jones back to Brinier. Brinier bobbles it a little bit. Over to Jones. Brinier, they haven't put the ball on the ground yet. 22-20. Scotlandville still up by 2.
The Hornets have gone to a 3-2 defense.
So they're not putting all the pressure they had on before. Charles Brown's shot no good, rebounded by Adebutu. Ezekiel Brown passes to Adebutu, back over to, in the game for the first time, number 12, Braylon Foster. Wonder if he's related to Hendrick Foster. Ezekiel Brown now with the ball near the top of the key. 2 minutes to go in the period, in the half. Ezekiel Brown passes it over to Adebutu. Over to LaMarcus Lee. Lee crosses over. He gets the pick from Green. Green tried to go pick and roll. They couldn't get him. Adebutu back over to Ezekiel Brown. The offense resets with 1:45 to go. So he waves off the pick from Green. Kicks it out to Adebutu. Adebutu looking. Now back out to Ezekiel Brown. Brown from 14 feet short. Rebound Charles Brown. With the basketball now is Blake Jones. Jones will be guarded by Braylon Foster. Scotlandville, they're in a 2-3 zone.
3-2.
I'm sorry, that's what 3-2 zone. And that shot is up and good. I believe that was Bryce Washington with the bucket.
Charles Brown.
Oh, it was Charles Brown with the shot. Okie dokie. Foster over to Brown. Gets the screen from Green. He's going to go up. Underneath, tried to dipsy do, but it was blocked by Washington. And it looks like it bounced off of Ezekiel Brown and went out of bounds after the block. So St. Aug has possession with 57 seconds to go in the half.
Tell you what, though, Eric, I love the way Ezekiel Brown is challenging Bryce Washington and Charles Brown.
He is not afraid to go up against guys who are much bigger than he is. But, you know, Ezekiel Brown has been getting significant playing time since his sophomore year.
Right.
Even when Scotlandville won their first championships, he's obviously a guy, he has to have a high basketball IQ and has been compensating for his height his whole high school career.
Correct. Correct. And you would think that about all of these Scotlandville players that have more than 1 year.
Right.
That you know, they've been here so much recently that this is old hat for them.
Right. You're right. This is not new for them. This trip is a yearly ritual for these Scotlandville Hornets. Meanwhile, St. Aug has its first lead since the opening minutes of the game as Blake Jones makes his first and now makes his second free throw. And so that'll make the score. The St. Aug Purple Knights 24, the Scotlandville Hornets 22, as the Purple Knights trailed by quite a lot, as many as 8 points, and they have roared back into the game to take the lead with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ezekiel Brown crosses half court. 28 seconds, 27 seconds to go. Looks like Coach Sample is playing for the final shot. He's certainly not rushing it.
Yeah, he's content going in at halftime with a tie score or down by 2.
Sample, Coach Sample, very patient, very cool on the sideline. Peters is guarding Brown, gets a have Green in a screen position. The offense is all the way up almost their half court. Now Brown's going to push it, and from the right wing, no good. Rebound, Brown puts it up, no good. That's the end of the first half for the score. The St. Aug Purple Knights 24, and the Scotlandville Hornets 22. You are listening to the LHSAA Class 5A Boys State Basketball Semifinal in Louisiana, AllAmericanSports.com.
That was the shot that Ezekiel Brown wanted. He got a good shot, good look, got his own rebound, just didn't have enough energy to put it back up.
Right.
He took that shot from about the block, at the lane, the painted area of the court.
The low block.
Right. So not a bad job. That is the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall. So I don't think that the Hornets will be upset going into halftime. No. And you Hornets listeners out there shouldn't be upset. Your team has played very well.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any panic from Coach Sample.
They've been here. So
at the, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors momentarily.
Yes.
For here at the State Farm Top 28. Go ahead and knock that out right now. So continuing. Fox Sports New Orleans, your home for televised high school sports in Louisiana. Thanks to Amusement Photography, the official photographer of all LHSAA state events, for action shots and award presentation photos of today's events, go to www.flashpixphoto.com. That's FLASHPIX photo.com. Thanks to ExxonMobil and ISC for sponsoring the LHSAA All-Academic Scholar Athlete Program. Special thanks to the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, Lake Charles Southwest Louisiana CVB, and the Burton Complex for hosting the 2012 LHSAA State Farm Top 28. The Louisiana National Guard is proud to be a partner of the LHSAA. Just like soldiers of the National Guard, these basketball players are here because of teamwork, grit, and determination. Thanks to Partners Pharmacy for their support of high school athletics. Partners Pharmacy, making medicine work for you. All March Madness semifinal games are being streamed live online on the FHS8 network, H Network at www.nsfhnetwork.com. Now available in the App Store, LHS Mobile application brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana. Special thanks to Lake Charles Toyota, where we know you by your name, and Tara Ford. Give Tara Ford a chance to earn your business. Special LHSAA thanks McDonald's, team meal host of the 2014 LHSAA Top 28. Make plans to attend the 2014 LHSCA All-Star Basketball Games at Bossier Parish Community College in Bossier City. Girls tip-off set at 2 p.m., followed by the boys game at 4. I won't be reading that the next one.
Attention please, we need the lineups from a representative of Thibodeau and Natchitoches Central to the scorer's table, please. Representatives from Thibodeau and Natchitoches Central, please bring the lineups to the scorer's table. Thank you.
I think I had to do that to listen to the football. John Cooper, so this was a jump. I can make it that way. She was thin. Thank you. I know you want to hit those stats, so we got about a minute 17, so go on ahead.
They're going by the half. How they doing? All right, let's run down our first half stats. Shooting 9 for 20 from the field for 45% is the St. Aug Purple Knights, or the St. Aug Purple Knights. That's 9 of 20 from the field for 45%. The Scotlandville Hornets shot 6 of 17 from the field for 35%. From the three-point line, the Scotlandville Hornets took 6 shots, made 3 of them for 50%. St. Aug took 5 3-point shots and only made 2. From the free throw line, the St. Aug Purple Knights were 4 for 4, and the Scotlandville Hornets were 7 of 10. Our halftime score, St. Aug 24, the Scotlandville Hornets 22. We will begin the second half momentarily, and it will be Scotlandville's basketball.
For all you LSU baseball fans out there, I just got a score. LSU and Nichols tied at 1 apiece in the first inning. So we're ready for the start of the third quarter.
Leading all scores is Brown with 8 points for the St. Augustine Purple Knights. That's Charles Brown.
Ezekiel Brown, I was a little thrown for a second because I knew Ezekiel had 7.
He has 7. He's tied with Daniels for St. Aug with 7.
Jordan Adabutu draws first blood here in the second half for the Hornets. 24-24, we're all tied up yet again. 1-2 step, no good by Blake Jones. They're fighting for it a little bit. Ball rolls off of a St. Aug player out of bounds, and rolled off a Scotlandville player out of bounds. It looked like it rolled off of Garrett Green. Okay, so St. Aug has the ball. 7:27 to go in the quarter.
The Hornets are now moving from right to left. From left to right, and the Purple Knights are moving from right to left.
Rebound, Hendrick Foster. Here comes Ezekiel Brown across the timeline. Crosses over, kicks it out to Foster. Foster swinging it to Jordan Adabutu. Adabutu goes up and gets the roll. Very nice little one-handed floater on the way down by Jordan Adabutu.
Man, he did that with some determination.
He sure did.
and he's only a sophomore, Eric. Coach Sample's going to be back here a few more years.
Oh, yeah, I can only imagine what he has on the bench behind those guys.
Right.
And also, much like Garrett Green, he's a very slender young fellow, but he's long, so he's only going to continue to grow.
Right. He looks a little bit more mature than Green.
He sure does.
On the court.
Right. 6:55 to go in the third quarter. 26-24, Scotlandville on top.
Fouls on Ezekiel Brown. That's his second.
So he's got to be a little cautious.
He's standing next to the referee right in front of us, tying his shoe, talking to the ref, trying to work him for the next call there.
Yep, always, ABC, always be closing.
St. Aug makes the second free throw.
So St. Aug now has 2 points here in the second half, and we're all tied up at 26. LaMarcus Lee kicks it out to Hendrick Foster on the give and go to Brown. Brown kicks it out to Adebutu. Oh, nice job going in through the wing, into the post, and good.
Adebutu looks a lot more aggressive this half than he did in the first half.
He is. It's like Coach told him to kick it up to his next gear. 28-26, Scotlandville with a 2-point lead. They have wrestled the lead back. Aaron Bringier with a nice job going to the bucket, putting it up and falling down on the way in, and we're tied up again at 28.
St. Aug uses a timeout, and the head coach of the St. Aug Purple Knights, who is Mitchell Johnson, he just got all up in Charles Brown's face, gave him a chest bump as he came off the court trying to coach him. It wasn't like they were celebrating together. He was getting into Charles Brown.
What did Brown do, or did you catch it?
I did not see what he didn't do.
Right. But he didn't do something.
Right.
And he didn't do something kind of big.
And Coach Johnson's a big guy.
Right.
So coaches nowadays have to watch it, man. This morning I'm watching the news, and I hear about the Boston University female coach.
Yeah, that's been an unpleasant story. There's been a few debacles, a few epic fails by coaches. You got it. You're dealing with amateur athletes. I mean, really at any level, but especially amateurs who aren't getting paid. You got to draw a line somewhere. You got to be careful.
Hey, man, I know some coaches that could use some training in that regard.
Yeah, I heard that. 4 touchdowns apiece. 28-28. Scotlandville and St. Aug all tied up. Scotlandville with the basketball. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Ezekiel Brown with the basketball. Brown crosses the timeline. And, LaMarcus Lee just shot like spitfire into the lane, and he was fouled on the way up.
That was a well-designed play. Coach Sample drew that up right then. They came out of the huddle. They caught a back door. They caught Lee going back door. He clearly beat the defender and got the easy layup.
Misses the 3-point play. That was Bryce Washington who committed the foul. I mean, he just blew right past Washington.
He did.
I don't think he knew what hit him.
But that was seen on the bench of the Scotlandville coaching staff, man.
Washington, as he gets relieved of the ball, I don't think that's going to be on Lee. That's probably going to be on Adebutu. Let's see. We'll see where the call is.
Yeah, no announcement yet. Wow, they didn't make the announcement.
Okay, it is on Adebutu. Yeah, saw him grab him on the way up. And there's a shot from the baseline. Good, Aaron Bringier. And Bringier's piling up his points. He now has 6 after being fairly quiet in the first half.
Man, this game's living up to its billing.
We're all tied up again, 30 apiece. Brown kicks it out to Adebutu, back to Foster. Foster to Brown in the lane. Kicks it out from downtown. Adebutu, good swish. Buries it from about 19 feet. And Scotlandville now has the lead again as the lead has changed hands again here in the third quarter with 5:23 to go in the period.
Adebutu has a total of 14 points now.
Good grief. Well, he is the highest scorer in this game so far.
Fouls on Green for the Hornets.
You don't want Garrett Green racking up too many fouls. You're going to need his post presence late in the game. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Marlon Watts in the game for the Purple Knights. Passes to Washington. Washington passes it to Blake Jones. Jones being guarded by Foster. Oh, boy, Brown bit kind of hard on the pass to Brinier. Brinier puts up an air ball from the baseline. It's rebounded by Marlon Watts. He goes up, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like it's going to be on LaMarcus Lee, judging by the body language, and it is. That's a push. 4:59 to go in the period, and Marlon Watts is going to go to the line to shoot two.
That's unfortunate, too, Eric, because Lee picked up the loose offensive player and boxed him out.
Right.
That left his player free, and when he tried to recover, he got the foul.
Watts misses his first foul shot. Checking in for the Purple Knights is number 3, Dejon Peters. Dejon Peters in the game. In fact, I'll reset the lineups momentarily. Let's see what we have with the second foul shot by Watts. That shot goes up the front of the iron. No good. Rebound, Adebutu. So in for the Hornets, Ezekiel Brown, number 23. Jordan Adebutu, number 22. Number 20, LaMarcus Lee. Number 24, Green. That's Garrett Green, number 24. And in the number 3, thank you, Foster, Hendrick Foster. For the Purple Knights, number 3, Dejon Peters. Number 4, Aaron Brinier. Number 30, Marlon Watts. Number 32 in the middle, Bryce Washington. And number 15, Marcel Daniels in his first action here in the second half. 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Oh, get that out of here. Rebound, though. Ezekiel Brown was rejected by Washington. Scotlandville got a putback but could not put it through, and St. Aug now has the basketball.
Green on the putback, came up short, and the Hornets grabbed the rebound.
Brinier passes it in the corner to Dejon Peters. He stepped out of bounds, and it'll be Scotlandville Hornets basketball with 4:09 to go in the quarter. Scotlandville 33, St. Aug 30. Ezekiel Brown with the rock. Crosses the timeline. Gets the screen from Garrett Green. From downtown, from about 20 feet, comes off hard. Rebound, Scotlandville. Nice heads-up play by Hendrick Foster. LaMarcus Lee goes up. Reject that out of here. Rejected by Daniels. But Green gets the ball back from the corner. Ball fake. They're going to swing it. Jordan Adebutu in the lane from about 9 feet. No good. It's rejected by Washington. He's been a rejection machine in this period. Ezekiel Brown with the ball. 3:36 to go in the period. So St. Aug has bent but not broken, but Scotlandville's kept possession. And no, that's not good. That's good. And Hendrick Foster goes into the lane, gets the bucket. St. Aug punched it out after it went through the cylinder. 35-30.
He should get a delay of game warning on that.
Right. I was thinking that was some sort of violation. I didn't think it was a tech. But I know you're not supposed to do that.
The next time it will be a tech.
3:23 to go in the third quarter. Scotlandville 35, St. Aug 30.
The Scotlandville faithful are now cheering defense.
From downtown, off the back of the iron, no good. Oh, LaMarcus Lee passed it. It got picked up by Washington. He put up and missed anyway. Here come the Hornets. They got the rebound. 3:02 to go in the period. LaMarcus Lee kicks in the corner from downtown. Adebutu way short. And looks like Garrett Green has the basketball. Back to Jordan Adebutu. Kicks it out in the post to Green. I think Green was fouled. If he wasn't fouled, St. Aug swatted it out of bounds. Either way.
Yeah, Lee will learn that you never save the ball underneath the other team's basket. And he tried to save that ball, threw it right to Bryce Washington, and Bryce Washington just was unable to convert, and the Hornets grabbed the rebound and pushed the ball back up the court, and now Garrett Green converts the layup for the Hornets, and our score is now Scotlandville 37, St. Aug 30.
Scotlandville is starting to extend that lead for the first time since early in the game. That foul before the transition was on number 25, Blake Jones. Blake Jones has picked up his second, and Jones goes through the hole to the lane. No good. Rebound, Charles Brown goes up, and that shot is good. And there's a whistle, and it's a timeout by St. Aug. That's their second timeout. They have 3 remaining.
No, that should be their third.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they only have 2 remaining. They called one early in this half.
Good catch there, Perry. So So while we have a moment, let's thank our sponsors. Welcome to the LHSAA 2014 LHSAA State Farm Top 28 March Madness presented by JD Bank. The LHSAA thanks State Farm Insurance and its Louisiana agents for sponsoring all LHSAA State Championship events, trophies, and awards. Special thanks to JD Bank, presenting sponsor of the Top 28. Thank you to JC Fodale Energy Services, official tip-off sponsor of the 2014 Top 28. Thank you to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a major sponsor of our LHSAA State Championship events and sponsor of the Louisiana High School All-Star Games. Back to the action, 2:15 to go in the period.
Hornets fans listening out there, that's your band performing. Anytime you hear the band playing, those are your Scotlandville Hornets playing. And the cheerleaders are on the baseline, and they're dressed in white, and they're looking lovely as well.
The Marching 100 didn't make it out here for St. Aug. I'm kind of stunned.
Yeah, the St. Aug band did not make it.
That's kind of disappointing. They're world renowned.
Well, they probably had a busy week last week with Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did. They did. They probably said, I'll take another road trip.
I bet they'll be here Friday if St. Aug wins.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. 1 minute, 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 37-32 the score, as we'll update your screen at home. Ezekiel Brown with the basketball. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and still thank our sponsors. Baden Sports Incorporated, Baden, I don't know how to pronounce it, B-A-D-A-N, but they are the official ball provider of the LHSAA. And Talkin' T-shirts, the official merchandiser of the LHSAA. And meanwhile, Garrett Green is the official layer-upper of that bucket. Scotlandville 39, St. Aug 32.
I like that one there, partner, layer-upper.
St. Aug with the nice behind-the-back dribble there by Blake Jones. Cuts to the lane, could not finish his shot. Garrett Green was.
Jump ball. And that possession now goes to the Purple Knights, but that's great defense by St. Aug, and next time they will have the ball. By Scotlandville.
Yeah, because honestly, I thought Charles Brown fouled him from where I was sitting, but
yes,
as I always said, in the world of Hornets and Knights, the Zebras always have the same. 1:15 to go. That was a very fortuitous call for the Purple Knights. Goes up high with the ball is Jones. Jones kicks it out to Peters. Peters comes up hard off the iron. Charles Brown goes way high for that rebound, wrestling away from Garrett Green. Kicks it back to Dejon Peters. And they're going to reset their offense near half court. Blake Jones with the basketball being guarded by a host of Hornets. Peters goes baseline. He levitated too soon. Rebound by Adabutu. Kicks it out to Hendrick Foster. 40 seconds to go. Ezekiel Brown with the basketball. Coach Sample resetting the offense. Dejon Peters very loosely guarding Ezekiel Brown. Now he's closing it in a little bit. It's man-to-man defense for the Purple Knights. 24 seconds remaining in the quarter. Brown goes up. He's getting the screen from Green, but he's dribbling away from it. Kicks it out to Lee.
Ezekiel got away with a walk there, with a travel.
Look for the makeup call. Oh, you can hear the St. Aug parents say that's non-calls and makeup call. Brown goes to the lane, no good. Rebound by Washington, kicks it out to Daniels. That's a silly foul by Jordan Adabutu with 1.6 seconds to go in the period. That was not smart.
Not smart at all, but the good thing is they're not in the bonus. So it's not going to hurt them now.
Not yet. That's a 15 foul on Scotland. Putting them just one step closer.
And Coach Sample is telling his players to bag up, bag off of them.
Yeah, don't do anything, whatever you do. From about 35 feet off the back of the iron. Good spot up shot there by Blake Jones. Right there in the score. The Hornets. St. Aug Purple Knights 32 here on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. Meanwhile, Blue Cross Blue Shield Louisiana, also a sponsor of this tournament, the card accepted by more top doctors, the LHSAA, thanks to Lake Charles Memorial Sports Medicine. Partner of the official healthcare network of the LHSAA, providing trainers for this year's Top 28. Fox Sports New Orleans, your home for televised high school sports in Louisiana. Thanks to Musemec Photography, the official photographer of all LHSAA state events. For action shots of the award presentation photos of today's events, go to www.flashpicsphoto.com. thanks to ExxonMobil and ISC for sponsoring the LHSAA All-Academic Scholar Athlete Program. Special thanks to the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, Lake Charles, Southwest Louisiana CVB, and the Burton Complex for hosting the 2014 LHSAA State Farm Top 28. We're ready.
I'd like to also give a special mention to the class of 1980 from Scotlandville High and Yolanda Griffin. Thank you very much. And we'd also like to give a special shout out to the class of 1977, and that is from Apple.
All right. So, everybody getting a little love here as we're ready for the start of the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to decide who goes on to the championship game. Take over for a minute.
And the Hornets are passing the ball on the perimeter with their dribble handoffs, their traditional offense. And Ezekiel Brown now has the ball. High ball screen by Green. Green has the ball now. At the top, he's dead. He gives it back to Adabutu. Adabutu drives. He stops. He passes it across court. Number 3, that is Hendrick Foster, passes it back to Adabutu. Adabutu gets the left-hand layup, misses it. Rebound. St. Aug, Bryce Washington comes down with the rebound, and they call timeout. That will be the last. St. Aug will have one timeout remaining.
Those timeouts are like gold. I just think you want to hold on to the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure you take that one, Eric. But, you know, kids are conditioned now that when they are in trouble, they call timeout.
So was Chris Webber.
Exactly. Exactly. And for those of you that aren't familiar,
or under the age of 30,
Chris Webber called timeout in the Final Four in New Orleans. What year was that, Eric?
1993, Michigan versus North Carolina. They had no timeouts left, and they were only down one possession. North Carolina got a tech and the ball, and that was the ball game.
So the players now for St. Aug have to know that they only have one timeout left. So next time they're in trouble, I'm not sure they want to waste it like they just did. So we'll see. I'm sure the Hornets are preparing for their stall offense. They do a very good job of running time off of the clock from the offensive perspective.
No team of state is better than grinding out the clock and people's hopes for Hornets.
And this is why I think Ezekiel Brown is the MVP of 5A, Eric, because I bet they're going to give that ball to Ezekiel Brown and tell him, just don't let anyone take it from him.
And he's a master protecting the basketball. Every time I've seen that young man play over the last 3 basketball seasons. So Bringier is going to inbound it to Blake Jones. He almost lost it. Boy, Hendrick Foster's all on him like white on rice. 7:10 to go in the ball game.
Okay. Number 25 for the Purple Knights has the ball. That's Jones. He passes it over to Daniels. Back to Jones. He passes it inside to Washington. Shot up, no good. But there's a foul on the play, and that foul is on Jordan Adabutu. That's his 4th foul. That's going to hurt Hornets fans. He's going to have to go to the bench for some time. Adabutu has 14 points as he goes to the bench. And coming into the game for him is Braylon Fisher for the Hornets.
This is Fisher's first action today by my count.
And Fisher's a senior, so he's been here.
It's his second action. I'm sorry. He was in here earlier in the game. My bad.
Second free throw goes down for the Hornets. Our score now is 35, not for the Hornets, for the Purple Knights. Our score now is 39-34.
First points of the fourth quarter here.
Scotlandville has the ball in the front court. Ezekiel Brown just in front of the Scotlandville bench. He dribbles to the middle of the court, passes it to Lee in front of the Hornet bench. And Lee takes a drive.
That's the right call. Yeah, LaMarcus Lee went up. You heard those bodies, probably heard those bodies hitting the ground at home. I didn't see who took the charge, but I saw he had position all the way before. This is going to be like a Syracuse-Duke situation. That's a charge.
And so that means basket no good. The basket had actually gone through the basket. They're going to take those points off the board. That's a foul on Lee. That's his third. And it's St. Aug ball.
6:24 to go in the ball game. And here come the Purple Knights. Blake Jones goes behind the back. He's being guarded by Foster. Now he's tangled up and stolen. Is it?
And now the Hornets call timeout on the loose ball.
So officially that'll be a steal by LaMarcus Lee, and then his teammates pounced on the loose ball and wisely called timeout as the possession arrow was pointing to St. Aug.
See, but they have them to use.
Right, they have 4 left. That's their first time out of the game by my count.
So Coach Sample is talking with the referee, lobbying for something. I'm not sure what it is. The Scotlandville fans are yelling at the booing the referees for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, though.
Maybe the charge? That's my best guess.
That must be it. That charge call, they did not agree with it. And that does look like what Coach Sample was arguing over there.
I don't know, man. I mean, again, I'm not as close to the action as they are, but you know what? There's no restricted area in high school basketball, is there?
There is no restricted
area. Okay, yeah, that was a charge.
He can be within that circle and still get a charge call.
And that's a charge as far as my point of view.
Oh,
can't do
Ezekiel
that.
Brown stepped on the line. Turnover, Hornets.
Ezekiel Brown was moving laterally, left to right to try to inbound it, and as Perry just said, he stepped on the line trying to get it in. Good job by number 25, Blake Jones, in distracting him.
Right. Now, St. Aug has to rely on their poise here from being here so often because the momentum is clearly on St. Aug's side.
The jump ball, St. Aug will retain possession, so that'll flip the possession arrow back over to the Scotlandville Hornets.
It'll be St. Aug's ball underneath the basket. What did they say, Eric?
The parent said, I didn't see that. I want to see some instant replay.
They don't even trust the referees anymore.
Well, the referees are never anybody's friend, right? Unless they're calling
the winning team.
Right. Unless they're calling something for you. Oh, man. 34-39, 6:04 to go in the ball game. Aaron Brinier will inbound the basketball. Brinier with the rock. Under 6 minutes to go. Oh, boy. Nice pass.
Green almost had a steal.
Brinier from downtown and good. Aaron Brinier on the assist from Charles Brown. Good play by Charles Brown protecting the ball.
1 point game, Eric. No, they called that a 2-pointer. That was a 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 2-point game. 39-37.
39-37, and again, it's a single possession basketball game. From downtown, Ezekiel Brown, no good. Rebound by number 15, Marcel Daniels. 5:28 to go in the ball game. The crowd really getting up here. You can probably hear it at home. With the basketball is Brown. Kicks it over to Washington. Washington to Brinier. Brinier kicks it out to Washington. Washington steps up in the paint. 1-2 step. And no good. Rebound by Washington himself. No good. Fighting for it. It's swatted out of bounds. Oh! I thought, from where I was sitting, I thought LaMarcus Lee hit it out of bounds, but it must have deflected off a St. Aug player because the Hornets have the basketball.
Eric, I'll say, though, this is what I was concerned about with the Scotlandville Hornets. Their size. They're so undersized against this St. Aug team, and now you're starting to see it on the boards.
Right.
St. Aug is clearly dominating.
You saw Bryce Washington, they're just having his way. Now, Garrett Green could step into the square with him. He's almost as long, but you got to box those other taller guys out. You got Marlon Watts, number 30. You got to box him out. Charles Brown, number 31. You got to put your backside on his waist and keep it backside on his hip and keep him from getting to the bucket. That's the only way you're going to get these rebounds.
But now it's Ezekiel Brown time.
4.5 minutes to go in the game. Brown with the ball. He's being guarded by Brinier. Got the screen from Green. To Brown. Green, ooh, that was an awkward setup, but he makes it. He makes it. His right foot was way in front, but he makes the bucket from downtown from about 20 feet, and Scotlandville has taken the lead by 5.
That kid does not look like a sophomore.
No.
He shot that with a lot of confidence. That's Ezekiel Brown's 3rd foul.
Right.
And he sends to the line Bryce Washington to shoot 2. Washington makes the first.
Those are the first points of this quarter for Scotlandville, I believe. Those are. Yeah, those are the first points of the period for the Hornets.
And did he make that second?
Yes, he did. It cuts it down to 39-42. So again, another single possession game as well. Under 4 minutes to go. There's a whistle. And let's see what the call is. So that's against Bryce Washington. That's going to send Ezekiel Brown to the line. 3-point game, and Brown will have an opportunity to make it a multi-possession game.
That's Bryce Washington's first foul.
That's amazing.
And Ezekiel Brown misses the first free throw.
That's not good. Not good for Scotlandville. Great for St. Aug. Usually big guys like Bryce Washington attract fouls like a magnet, you know, just because they're so big.
Right, especially the way that Ezekiel Brown was challenging them early on.
And he's been very aggressive on the boards. Good job by that young man.
Right.
So Brown's shot is good. And we have a timeout. Whoa, boy, what a game. So it's now a multi-possession game yet again as Scotlandville. Brown makes his second foul shot. And it's now 43-39 with 3:49 to go in the ball game. We'll call time. Must have been Scotlandville, yeah.
Scotlandville called timeout.
No way St. Aug would have burned their last timeout after a foul shot.
Right, no.
What a crowd, what an environment to say that it's Tuesday. Usually nothing goes on Tuesday.
That's exactly right.
Great basketball here in Lake Charles, Louisiana on this Tuesday. The students getting loud and rowdy. That student section is pretty full on the right side.
Yes, it is. Who is that?
Now the maroon has got to be.
Oh, those are the next two teams. That's who the winner of this game.
Got to be Natchitoches because Thibodeau has purple and gold, so that's got to be Natchitoches.
That's Natchitoches on that end. Thibodeau on this end. And the winner of this game will play the winner of that game.
Well, it's going to be exciting.
And that'll be Friday night.
Friday night, 8 p.m. Possibly on Louisiana All-American Sports.
Possibly. All you Hornets fans out there listening, if Scotlandville wins, you can give us a call. There are expenses with broadcasting these games, and for a sponsorship, we'll come back Friday and cover that game as well.
Yep, we'll take care of the gasoline.
Right.
With the basketballs, Blake Jones. Blake Jones goes up with the rock is number 15, Marcel Daniels, and that shot is good, and it's cut back to a single possession game. 43-41.
Let me give that number, Eric, that the Hornets fans should call. That's 985-710-3099. 985-710-3099 if you are interested in sponsoring the Louisiana All-American Sports broadcast.
And if you did not have a pen with you, you can tweet to the address you see on your screen under the latest play. That's at LAA Sports, at LAA Sports.
Foul on St. Aug.
Adabutu's back in the game. I didn't see who the foul was on.
No, neither did I, but it's Scotlandville's ball. And let's reset the lineup for the Hornets. We've got Ezekiel Brown, Garrett Green, Kendrick Foster,
Jordan Adabutu, and LaMarcus Lee. For the Purple Knights, we have Aaron Bringier. We have Bryce Washington and Charles Brown. Number 31 just rejected it. Number 15, Marcel Daniels, and I'm missing one. Oh, number 25, Blake Jones.
And he rejected, Charles Brown rejected Ezekiel Brown's layup attempt.
Probably no relation there. Oh, we're all God's children. Ezekiel Brown kicks it out to Jacob Adabutu. Adabutu hands it off to Brown like a play-action pass. And here comes Garrett Green for the screen. Brown goes right past the screen, through the wing, and good. Ezekiel Brown unassisted to extend the lead out to 4 points. Great job by Ezekiel Brown. Good court vision there. And also for you St. Aug Purple Knights, listen, get home. We know you guys have an alumni pool. Marcel Daniels from downtown from about 23 feet. And St. August cut the lead down to 1 with 2 minutes to go. Is it Scotlandville? Who called timeout? Was it Scotlandville? Yes. Scotlandville calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining. And it is now 44-45 with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. And also St. Aug, if your Purple Knights win, we can bring the game to you if you would like to sponsor our trip out here. Give us a call give me the number again.
985-710-3099. 985-710-3099.
And again, if you don't have a pen and paper, you can see the Twitter address on your screen. Tweet at LAA Sports. Also, my email address is on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com on the homepage. Eric at LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. So get a hold of us, call us, write us if you would like to see your boys in that championship game on Friday night.
All right, Eric, all right, strategy-wise, let's talk strategy. If I'm St. Aug right here, when Scotlandville runs the high ball screen with Garrett Green and Ezekiel Brown, I send both of my players at Ezekiel Brown. I don't let him beat me. I make him pass that ball to Garrett Green. On the Hornets side, defensively, just keep playing tough man-to-man. Right. And offensively, hold that ball. Make sure Ezekiel Brown has the ball in his hands as often as possible.
Ezekiel Brown with a crossover, and it was, that's the correct call from where I was sitting. It looked like Dejon Peters swatted it out of his hands out of bounds. He was trying to lobby that it rolled off of Ezekiel Brown's thigh, but I didn't see that. End of the game is Fariji McDonald for the first time for the St. Aug Purple Knights. Curious, he might be a shooting specialist. Ezekiel Brown puts up not a very pretty floater. Garrett Green had the rebound, but bounced it, was throwing out of bounds, tried to bounce it off of Daniels. Daniels got the rebound.
St. Aug ball.
St. Aug with the basketball. And a 1-2 step by Dejon Peters off the glass. No good. Rebound Garrett Green. That was huge. And he's tied up as a jump ball.
Foul. They called it a foul. But that's okay. St. Aug has fouls to give. That's the other element. So if I'm St. Aug, I get really, really aggressive defensively because I have 2 more fouls to give before I'm in the bonus.
Fariji McDonald picked up that foul for St. Aug. That's his first foul. It's his first minute of the game right now.
Full court pressure by St. Aug.
Boy, Adebutu just got that ball in time. LaMarcus Lee is all tied up by Daniels. He better hurry up. Oh, he just got it across the timeline.
Wow.
There was 1:18 on that clock when it started. There was 1:10 when he crossed. He just made it. Kicks it out. Oh, no. It bounces off Adebutu. He wasn't ready for it. And Nolan Watt, unassisted of his own steal from coast to coast, has given St. Aug the lead with 50 seconds left to play in the ball game. 46-45.
Ezekiel Brown passes to Adebutu. Adebutu dribbles, passes it to
Foster. Foster kicks it out to Lee. They better take care of that basketball. That was a lazy pass by Henrik Foster.
Lee's being guarded by Daniel.
LaMarcus Lee kicks it out to Foster. Foster, 1-2 step looks. Boy, he barely found Adebutu. 21 seconds to go. Coach Johnson from St. Aug is up. And that's a foul against number 4, Aaron Bringier, but they have fouls to give.
Great job by St. Aug to foul him. However, the foul was not convincing. It looked like a deliberate foul. They got lucky there, Eric.
I don't think the Zebras are going to send him to the line unless there's a forearm shiver.
The coach is telling them again to foul.
Ezekiel Brown, 15 seconds to go, and he fouls Brown. 13.8 seconds remaining in this ball game. St. Aug 46, Scotlandville 45.
Next shot. Both teams are in the bonus. Next foul will shoot a free throw, 1-1.
And that's going to put them in a 1-1. So they better make darn sure they get the ball in the hands and they got the right guy. Ezekiel Brown. This is a ball game. Ezekiel Brown. And there's a whistle. The foul's on Aaron Bringier. That's got to be his 4th foul by my count. That is his 4th foul, and that's going to send Ezekiel Brown to the line. Ezekiel Brown absolutely, positively has got to make this first foul shot. Could the pressure be any greater?
I don't understand that strategy. I don't know if that came from the bench for him to foul.
I think it did.
If so, I guess they would rather Ezekiel Brown shoot two and give them a chance with the ball. And you know what? Now the strategy makes sense. At this level, I don't want the game to end with the ball in the other team's hand.
Because he might miss the final one-on-one, and then you get to shoot foul shots.
Exactly.
Woo! That was a huge foul shot by Ezekiel Brown. Look at Coach Johnson. He is very animated on the sideline over there. So now the Scotlandville has tied the score again, and now the pressure is on Brown to give the lead. The pressure is definitely going to be on St. Aug. I bet you that last timeout gets called no matter what happens after the shot. Brown.
No, they're going to get it over half court first.
Ezekiel Brown makes the foul shot.
Oh, they called it.
And St. Aug has called their fifth and final timeout with 9 seconds left to play. Scotlandville 47, St. Aug 46 on Louisiana. AllAmericanSports.com. Let's ram this in real quick. Thanks to ExxonMobil and ISC for sponsoring the LHSA Scholar Athlete Program. Special thanks to, I read that already. Louisiana National Guard is proud to be a partner of the LHSA. Just like soldiers in the National Guard, these basketball players are here because of teamwork, grit, and determination. Thank you to Partners Pharmacy for the support of high school athletics. Partners Pharmacy, making medicine work for you. All March Madness semifinal games, not reading that, are being streamlined on NFSH Network. Now available at the App Store. LHSA mobile application brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield Louisiana. Special thanks to Lake Charles Toyota, where we know you by your name, and Tarver Ford. Give Tarver Ford a chance to earn your business. LHSA thanks McDonald's. Team meal host of the 2014 LHSA Top 28. Make plans to attend the 2014 LHSA All-Star Game at Bossier Parish Community College in Bossier City. The girls tip off at 2 p.m. followed by the boys game at 4. Woo!
Okay, Eric, so right now, if you're Scotlandville, you've got to get some full court pressure. Although you don't want to foul here. You don't want to foul. But here they come, man-to-man defense, full court. And here we go, man.
So here it is. Bringing it, inbounds it to Blake Jones. Blake Jones being guarded by Hendrick Foster. Jones behind the back is disrupted, gets it down low, and that's it. It's tipped. They tried to go to Washington. The ball is tipped. That's the end of the ball game. And the Scotlandville Hornets are charging the court, and they have won the final score. The Scotlandville Hornets 47, the St. Aug Purple Knights 46. You've been listening to a dramatic state semifinal game here on Louisiana AllAmericanSports.com. And one of the painful parts of sports, though, there's a winner, there's a loser, and Charles Brown looked like his dog got run over. Charlie Brown looked like Snoopy got hit by a car.
The Hornets fans are celebrating. The cheerleaders are on the court. The student section is going crazy. The fans are all standing. You can hear the band playing. It's just excitement here in Lake Charles. This never gets old to the Hornet faithful. Eric, we've got to make our way to the press room so we can hear Coach Sample's interview, his post-game press conference.
So that will do it for our live broadcast. We'll be adding the post-game press conference to the upload at YouTube. And so please check for that upload. We'll also be tacking it on to the video at LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com sometime tomorrow. So that will end it for the live broadcast. But again, check YouTube, check LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com for the post-game presser. The state championship game. We'll have the number 1 seeded Scotlandville Hornets here Friday night. Check into LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. Check the schedule to see if we'll be bringing that to you live. Good evening and good night from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Coach, if you would, let's start with some thoughts, some comments, and then we'll take some questions.
Well, coming into the game, I kind of expected it was going to be a tough battle. It's our third time playing this team, and Coach does a great job with his team. Unfortunately, we just came up short, but I'm very proud of my guys.
Questions?
What about that decision late in the game? So, you know, when you guys are on 14 fouls, you get it for a little time. 6-run overtime and then goes for 1-1. Flipping on the line.
Well, it wasn't a situation where I wanted to foul. The kid just got caught up in the moment, just accidentally made some contact. But we still had 9 seconds on that clock, had opportunity to make the play, and we just couldn't finish that play at the end of the game.
It takes through that 9 seconds too, where you couldn't get a shot off the ball.
Well, the actual play was to do a dribble handoff with a down screen from the postman, but they kind of jumped the route, and my guard got a little sporadic, and he figured he was trying to make a play, and he couldn't really gain the ball once he lost it. So got to give those guys credit. They did a great job of getting a stop on that play.
But your lane seemed to give them a little some issues tonight on the inside. They just kept attacking, but you guys didn't change a lot of shots. Just talk about, because that played a big part where late in the game you guys were able to grab a lead after, they had gotten up by 7 and just...
Well, we had 6 minutes left in the game, and I told the guys that's a lot of time on the clock. I know Scotlandville is a team that want to play fast, and sometimes they'll take some really wide shots. We just wanted to establish some post play, and we was able to get back on a couple of stops late in the game. And Bryce and Charles did a great job playing around the basket.
Coach, just looking at the whole season, just kind of thoughts on this season.
On this season, it was wonderful because we weren't expecting to be in a situation where we had the Final Four. With the fact that losing our top player to early in the season, and I know some folks probably written us off, some folks gave up on us, whatever, but these kids stuck together. They grew up as men, and I can't be happy and proud of them. Bryce been with me since the 9th grade, Marcel been with me since the 9th grade, Charles been around me since the 8th grade, so we growing up together, and it's been wonderful.
Right, just kind of sum up this season, what's kind of going on with you right now. Take that time out of Jersey off the last time that you mentioned. So, thoughts about that?
I think when I say the best, I kind of worked as a man since my 9th grade year. I came a long way. A lot of people really didn't see me where I be at right now, signing to the URL, but it's tough. It was a tough loss today because we was hungry as a team. And just to lose by 1 point, it's Final Four, it's really tough.
There were stretches where y'all were able to get to the goal over and over again, but some just they kept rolling just off.
Yeah, that's a part of the game. It's unfortunate, like I was telling them in the locker room, we had opportunities. We missed like 4 or 5 layups. We missed 3 or 4 putbacks. So those small things are the most important things to me. And we had our chances. We had our chances to win this game, and I got to give those guys at Scotlandville a lot of credit.
You mentioned one of the you guys on this like probably around a minute 30 left. Then you guys came down, big steal, and dunk from 30 put you guys up. What's going through your head at that point?
Well, at this point, we was up. Coach still had a timeout. I know we had fouls to give. We was trying to keep them in front of us. I didn't want to foul too early. If you foul too early, that's too much time on the clock. And I was banking on Coach to call a timeout, which I thought he was going to do late in the quarter. But once Marlon made that play, I was just basically trying to tell him we just need 1 stop to get out of this. 1 stop.
Coach, at one point in the game, you called timeout and really got into Charles Brown. Can you tell me what that was about?
Well, Charles had a breakdown on his assignment. He was responsible for number 22 for Scotlandville. He had a breakdown, and he knows that it's big for me paying attention to details. This kid is a catch and shoot guy. You cannot leave him. You can't help him. And in that situation, Charles helped off his man. He was able to make a shot. And I also explained to him that they was going to attack him. So that's why I kind of got on. You need to wake up. That's the reason why I jumped his butt that particular play.
And Charles, with you being the only returning player up there, can you kind of talk about this experience and how you're going to prepare to get the Purple Knights back to this level?
This has been a great experience. I love playing with these guys, and I learned a lot
from this season, and I think that I could take this experience and lead the Purple Knights next year to the championship. Win it.
Any other questions, guys? Coach, thank you. Thank you, guys.